Please turn to page 279 to the Rehearsal.
What do you do now? Where do you go with the book? That's right.
Loud.
You shall diligently teach them to your children. You shall recite them at home and away, morning and night. You shall bind them as a sign upon your hand. They shall be a reminder above your eyes, and you shall inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates.
Amen.
16. ויפלו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויבוא אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויפעל ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדשו אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
cut.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher bachar banu mikol ha'am, v'rameh banu mikol ha'sham, v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'titan lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava, Shabbatot l'milcha, Modim l'shimcha, Hagim uzmanim l'sasam, V'yom ha'shabbat hazeh, V'yom ha'chasukot hazeh, Zman simchatenu b'ahava, Mikra kodesh, D'kel l'tziat Mitzrayim, Ki banu b'charta, V'yotanu kiddashta, Mikol ha'amim, V'shabbat l'moadech ha'tzecha, V'ahava u'vatzon, V'shimcha U'shasham hinkotanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh ha'Shabbat v'Yisrael v'hazmanim.
Now, I have a suggestion. I didn't mention it to Paul. Go on.
Speech.
But the way I heard it last time. Nice, yeah, I heard it nice and...
The years of waiting, planning, and studying fit into months. The months fit into weeks. The weeks fit into days. The days fit into hours and then minutes. Finally, the time comes, and I am prepared. But there is still that bit of uncertainty. Will the butterfly stop? Will I do well? Will I be proud of myself? Will I make my friends, my families, my teachers proud of me? I thought of the astronauts who had also prepared so long for the landing on the moon. However, I have one big advantage. I can look out at smiling faces rather than barren rock. I am glad that each of you are here, those I know and those I don't, to share my bat mitzvah with me, and to make my arrival at Jewish adulthood that much easier. As each of you know, we are observing Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles. It is a time of thanksgiving and festivity, and for me, my bat mitzvah is just that. It is a time in my life when I look back with thankfulness for all of the blessings I have had, and I look towards my future with both anticipation and wonder. Before telling you about my tour and half tour, I would like to thank a few people. For the past few years, I have attended many foreign bat mitzvahs. I would hear the speech expressing appreciation to Rabbi Elbaz, Rabbi Kafarel, and Mrs. Rutberg. I wondered whether this was just a routine to satisfy tradition, but as I stand here tonight, I realize how marvelous each of them is, and how each, in his or her own way, has contributed so much to my knowledge of Jewish tradition. Rabbi Adler has always been a special person to my family. Now I can see now why my parents have always felt he is the perfect example of a rabbi. I particularly remember him visiting me at the hospital, and what a comfort he was to me when I was so sick. My Nana and Papa have always been there for me. My Nana stayed with me every moment of my long hospitalization, 19 days. I remember, and I know she does. My Papa has always been a teacher, from teaching me how to ride a bike to history lessons on the great President Roosevelt. I will always remember his bear hugs. My Papi provided me with his own brand of wit and wisdom. As he says, you live and learn, and he has for 90 years. My brothers, sisters, and nephews are all scattered from Maine to Florida. Each in his or her own way has been an inspiration to me. And I would like to thank all of you for making that special effort to be here with me tonight. One always tends to leave the best for last, and my mother is certainly that. After all, she married my dad. My tour, now I'd like to spend a few moments talking about my tour and half-tour portions. My tour portion gives us the commandments for observing Shabbat, Passover, Shavuot, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. In other words, it tells us how to observe each holy day. When reading the English translation, I noticed that Shabbat was mentioned first. What troubles me is how little significance is placed on Shabbat in today's American society. that seem to come before observing Shabbat, at movies, football games, and parties. Families seem to be pulled apart, and for many, Shabbat goes by completely unnoticed as just another day. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur have just passed. These services had standing room only. It troubles me that so many were here then and are not here now. We are commanded to observe Shabbat and Sukkot just as we are commanded to observe Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Why do we make the decision to observe some commandments and not others? It seems to me that the future of the Jewish people relies to a great extent on how well we choose to observe our religious beliefs. It seems to me that if we ignore some practices and redefine others, that before long the future of the Jewish people, as a people, will be threatened. We can only be as strong as our beliefs, which were set forth hundreds of generations ago. In my Haftorah, Zechariah is obviously bothered by the opponents to Judaism and those who refuse to observe the law. In fact, he speaks of the day when the non-believers will be consumed and destroyed. And when that happens, he says, the Lord shall be acknowledged king over all of the earth, and on that day the Lord shall be one and his name one. Many generations have come and gone since Zechariah's time, yet little has changed. In each historical period, Jews have had... I missed that, right?
Okay.
We can each do our part to live our religious beliefs as best we can. That is my commitment at my bat mitzvah. I don't know exactly what I'll do with my life. Maybe I'll become a rabbi, or maybe I'll become a district attorney, or a doctor, or a teacher. But whatever I become, I want to always be a good Jew, and I hope the world will be better because I've been here.
Decide which. Knows everything. Okay.
And I go like this and...
Yeah, how do you use this mouth?
I don't know, I guess I get it from them.
Okay, go like this. Not too low, not too low. Then I bless you and I shake hands with you. Right?
Right.
I say mazel tov. I say mazel tov to you. Now.
Now we're doing the Saturday morning service.
Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Now we're ready for the Aliyah to the Torah. And your master is here?
No, it's not there.
So we'll use the Chumash for that. What's this? Alter. תעמוד לכם בת הבת מצווה, המפטיר חזק. Okay, then you kiss the Torah, right? Page 697.
ובחמישה עשר יום לחודש השביעי.
Do the blessing for the Torah.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam B'ed.
Amen. Amen. Yavamod Hamartia Yamod Hakolel. Sana 2. Someone else. Then begin the after. And the after will be found on page 908. I will listen to you. Baruch.
Now we're doing the Haftarah. Sit down at the line. I'll do that, won't I? Oh, thank you. We can just put it down there before.